Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we got 4 or 5 of the Lincoln Prep athletes on. We got the head coach on. Hey, how you doing, Coach Glasgow?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, run it down who we got on and give a little brief synopsis of they play before we go in on them.
All right. Well, today we got all of our seniors online today with us. We got E.J. Betts, Jaishon Jefferson,
Raise your hand as he says your name.
All right. We got E.J. Betts, Jaishon Jefferson, Aaron Bedell, Jeremiah Randall, and Torin Thomas. All of our seniors, 5 of our seniors. We have been with these guys for 3 years. Most of these guys was the guys I started with my first year here, coaching them as a JV. At the JV level, some of them played some varsity too, of course. But we're going on our 3rd year with these guys and trying to send these guys off the right way. These guys are back-to-back IL champions. 15-1 record over the last 2 years, and Class 4 District 14 champs last year. And we're looking to fight to get Class 5 district championship here in a week or so. So these guys have been the leaders of the team. They've been together since I believe they're middle school. It's a good group, student athletes. All these guys take care of business in the classroom and on the court. So we are preparing to battle for districts and defend our championship. But these guys have really taken the next step up and, represented our program well, and Lincoln and their families and community well over the last couple of years.
All right. I'm going in on EJ first. Hey, EJ, talk about your season this season from your first games and how you feel you played yourself and the team coming together as a unit.
From the first game, the first couple of games, it was rocky in the beginning of the season. I won't lie. I was going through some stuff earlier, so I wasn't in the right state of mind at that time. And at that time, we wasn't really winning for real. But as we gradually went through the season and we all stuck together, we had a couple meetings and stuff. It slowly started to get back to where it was at. And then now we're on our winning streak. I mean, I don't be consistent every game, but the games I need to show up, my skills show. And I just make plays for my teammates and stuff when I'm out there on the court.
So on a 1 to 10, how do you feel that you've improved with your ball handling skills from the beginning of the season and your decision making?
I'd probably say my ball handling skills, I'd probably say +2. Like, I probably grade myself at a 5, give myself a 7 now because it can always get better. And I still fumble the ball sometimes, man. I shouldn't be fumbling it. And then just my decision making, I wouldn't say it's there, but I feel like I got good decision making. And I mean, at times I can do some dumb turnovers, but most of the time my decision making be there.
It's there. Coach,
it's a process from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. We always want to improve. I mean, EJ works hard. His greatest asset for our team is being disruptive on defense and facilitating and getting his teammates involved in the game. So that's what he brings to the table on a nightly basis for us. And as the year's gone on, like he said, it started off a little rocky. We were all going through some things as a team, but when you're a family, that's what happens. You go through some stuff, and you figure out a way to make it work. And by the end of the year, hopefully you're playing your best basketball, and we've been able to do that. And he's been a big part of that. Getting some mistakes corrected and some mentality corrected. And it's time for him to showcase, his leadership and his toughness going forward. And I believe he'll do that.
EJ, tell our audience, along with other athletes, what does you being a senior, you've got your senior shirt on, and what that looks like in retrospect Just give a little, when I came and the middle, and now you're on your way out.
So like I'm pretty sure everybody here, their parents tell them high school gonna go by fast, our school gonna go by fast. And I didn't believe it till I'm actually a senior this year now. It just felt like probably a couple days ago I was in middle school again. And then I'm switching over to my freshman year, graduating 8th grade. And now I'm here as a senior. I mean, it feels real, but at the same time, it's just the virtual learning stuff really threw the feeling of being a senior out, because we can't be inside of school and do the senior activities and stuff we want to do. But as far as just being a senior, I mean, just being a senior. I can't say too much.
What's your plans going forward? Life.
I want to major in fashion and design, and then I want to also major in business.
All right. You shouting out to anybody?
Shout out Cascade Sports and the LCPA basketball team.
All right. Hey, Bedell, we're coming in on you.
Yes, sir.
Let's
talk about your season.
All right. Well, the beginning of the season started off a little rough. We couldn't really find our groove. How we play as a team. We weren't really connecting the best. But then, midway through the season, we started to pick it up just a little bit. We would show spurts of it.
What did you do? Ho. I'm talking. There's two questions. How did you play? Like, you heard him say how his head wasn't right and got it. Talk about your personal and then talk about the team.
Okay, so at the very beginning of the season, I feel like I could have played much better. I wasn't very efficient with my scoring, and my rebounding was terrible. I wasn't able to rebound enough for our team and give us more possessions or stop the other team from getting offensive rebounds. And then midway through the season, I feel like it got a little bit worse. And my head wasn't mentally right midway through the season. I wasn't able to produce at the right level that I was supposed to.
Talk to the other athletes that are looking at this. Why wasn't your head right?
It was just really, I was finding mental battles with myself. I was telling myself that, I wasn't sure that if I could do it or not, if I was able to help our team win, and it was just a mental battle with myself.
When did that turn around?
That turned around really, and the first game that started our win streak, I didn't have a good game that game, but I had a terrible first half. It was like the same first half as
who were you playing
the last couple of games. We were playing East, and I was just like, I couldn't score a basket to save my life. And then I finally just got a layup, a couple of rebounds and assists. And then, I started feeling my groove a little bit more. And then after that, the next 4 games, I started producing really well and helping us win.
Coach?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's biggest asset to our team is his active defensively, rebounding, slashing. He's an athletic kid. He's dealt with some injuries this year, that have kind of hindered him really getting to the level that he could get to. He struggled with some ankle stuff, but him being healthy, I mean, he's starting to put together the type of games we need from him. We need him to be a double-double guy in that range, 15 to 20 points, 10 to 15 rebounds. He's very capable of doing that on a nightly basis. And when his energy is well and he's playing well, then that really helps our team catapult, because he's a tough matchup for a lot of the bigger guys because of his athletic ability and his quickness. So he has really turned it around. I think a lot of these guys mentally, because of everything that's going on, there's a lot of mental struggles that we have had to deal with just because these guys, like EJ said, they're not around their friends every day at school. It's a different environment, just like we're sitting on a computer, that's what they're doing every day. That posed some different challenges for them this year. Just overall mentally, I think it's been tough on everybody, especially these guys. And, he's done well. He's turned it around. He listens, he works hard, And, this is the time of year where, he can really showcase what he's about and his skill level. And if he plays well, this team will, will be successful.
Hey, Bedell. So, tell me what you going to do these closing out the season. Give me some numbers that you're going to put up or try to put up.
All right. So my goal is to at least put up 15 points, 10 rebounds, at least on a nightly basis. And then defensive wise, it's not really about the numbers. I would love to get at least like 3 blocks and 3 steals, but I just want to get stops, really. I want to be able to just get stops, first force turnovers, give us more offensive possessions, and just win. That's really all I want to do.
What do you what's your future plans in life?
I plan on going to college so I can major in civil engineering. And I also plan on playing basketball
college
in college.
Specifically picked out?
No, not yet, sir.
Not yet. Who you shouting out to?
Well, I'm shouting out to our team. I'm blessed to be able to play on this team. And I'm also shouting out my family. I'm blessed that they keep supporting me throughout all my time playing for Lincoln.
All right. I'm gonna save you for last, Jefferson. All right, Jeremiah. Run it down. What's going on with you? How? What was your frame of mind? And tell our audience when it changed. And I keep referencing these interviews to other players because you're not going through nothing that most players, most seniors, and people in general go through on the way to success. Run it down.
Like the rest of them said, the beginning of the season was kind of shaky. Me, myself, I had kind of like probably after like the second game, I had like mentally checked out from like playing basketball. Like I didn't even want to play no more. Like I was on the brink of just like, there's a lot of stuff going on at home. And just mentally, I wasn't in the game and I didn't want to hinder the team from winning. And I was like, if I gotta sit down or step away from the game to get myself ready, get myself back to where I'm helping the team, that's what I'm gonna do. So I ended up taking, I missed like a couple practices to get myself ready or get myself back mentally prepared for the game and what comes with it. And then after that, I was good. Like the beginning of the season, like they all said, it was shaky. We couldn't string together wins.
How did you feel? Hold it, tell me this. I didn't ask none of them, but you probably can speak for all of them. How did you feel starting the season shaky after the wins that you had got last year and the accolades, and when you win a championship, most people will be ready for the next season to start so they can repeat. When things went bad, what was going through your mind?
It was just frustrating. But then at the end of the day, like you can't. That's what comes with anything you do in life. Adversity gonna hit eventually, and it's what you do after the adversity hit. So
I'm gonna get back to you. What was going through your mind, Bedell, when the season started off funky?
I was really just trying to figure out solutions to why it was like this. I mean, I was very frustrated.
Was you shocked?
Oh, I was definitely shocked. I wasn't expecting us to, I was expecting us to, maybe lose maybe one game, I was expecting us to be like the most dominant team in the city. But
all right, EJ, when things fell apart, what was your mindset?
I was just thinking like, this not our team. Like, I know we wasn't playing to our best of our ability. The teams we was losing to, I know we can beat by 10 plus. Majority of the teams we already lost to. So, I mean, I never doubted us like not running it back down this. I was always saying we gonna win districts again. We gonna run it back. But in the beginning of the season, I was just like, I just know we can play way better than this. Not the best basketball we've been playing.
Hey, Jefferson, what was your mindset when everything got off track?
I mean, it was okay. So how I went about it was like it was rough, but I kind of knew we was going to come back. It was just I didn't know we was going to take that long to snap back and play as how we were playing last year.
All right, you next. Unmute your mic. Torin,
yes, sir.
What was it like mentally here when y'all wasn't winning? You didn't come out the blocks right.
I mean, mentally, I don't think anybody was in the right state of mind, honestly. Mentally in the beginning of the season. It was a lot of internal problems that we had, if you want to be honest. It was just personal problems that we had. Just being as a person, we just had problems.
Hey, coach, how did that affect you as the coach when your boys, well, mentally, and you know what they can do?
I mean, well, as a coach, you like you're like an extension of their parent. And so, a lot of guys, you want them to be able to open up about what's going on, and you want to try to get that internal stuff resolved as quickly as possible. But that takes for guys to be mature enough to come to you and come to the staff with whatever they're dealing with and try to work through it. But these guys have been around each other for a long time. So, they're going to have issues like that, whether it be internally with each other or, I always try to encourage them to be honest with each other and, not so much worry about, protecting each other's feelings, so to speak. But, when you're friends with someone, you're supposed to be able to be honest and be real. And, you're supposed to be able to work through that stuff no matter what. And I always tell them, you guys don't have to be, the best of friends, but you need to respect each other when you get on the court. Y'all should have the same goal. It's tough sports wise in general because I know the potential that these guys have. And, that's my expectations for them from day one when I got here have always been really high for us to win district championships, for us to compete for state championships. And, sometimes those expectations, it's probably a little bit much to put on young men, but I know these guys are built for it and that they could respond. So it's tough for me. I mean, it was long nights, some nights not sleeping, trying to figure it out.
I was wondering because I know you like to win.
Well, yeah, and I want these guys to win. Like, I want these guys to be successful no matter what, even outside the basketball court. I want them to be more successful off the court than I do on the court. So, yeah, it's tough when, you're not relating to the guys, because that's the one thing I felt like we always had was like, a relationship with each one of these guys that carried on past the basketball court so we could translate that onto the basketball court. So, I mean, I'm a high expectations coach. That takes some time for kids to get used to. My demand, I'm pretty demanding on them, but I think that for the most part over these last 3 years, these guys have all responded to that well. And, I think that deep down they know that, I want what's best for them no matter what the situation is. And I'm always, even 5-10 years from now, I'm going to have expectations like that for them in whatever they're doing in life. Because, that they're an extension of me. And, I want them to represent themselves like that. So we got to get back to Jeremiah on his.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. That was T-shirt King on one of my orders, specialty items. All right, Jeremiah, start running down your play for the season.
In the beginning, like it was not good at all. Like I wasn't productive at all. Like I couldn't knock down a shot, and that's what I'm supposed to do is knock down, be able to be aware of it. I'm starting, they're coming off the bench. I'm supposed to be able to come in with the spark, with my shooting ability, and I couldn't hit a shot to save my life. And then like with me personally, like if I miss like more than like 2 shots in a row, I get dejected and like I mentally check out the game. And then like after that, by the time I get back in the game, it's already too late. So it's really no point like of me doing anything anymore. So like mid-season, it was kind of shaky. It was up for grabs. Like I'd hit some games and miss. But then the farther we go along in the season, like on the back end, like now in these last stretch of games that we've been winning, I've been really producing on my end, being very consistent with my shot. I'm really
Where
not.
you been shooting your shot from the last couple of games, really?
Just really the three. And then here and there, I'll get inside the paint, shoot a little floater. Really, my defense have been it's came a long way because that's not what I'm known for. I'm not known for like sitting down and guarding 94 feet. But like these last couple of games, I've been defending mines. Like defense as a whole group, the possessions, the clean. It's not a lot of teams that's just going out here and just getting straight to the basket. Like they gotta work for their points. And then just being a facilitator, like I can pass the ball, just getting into the open teammates, finding an open man, and just swinging the ball as fast as I can to find an open teammate. So yeah, on the back end of the season, I've been producing pretty well.
Tell me this. Give me some numbers for these next two games.
Honestly, I don't have no set number. Just whatever I got to do to help
Coach,
the team
what
win.
numbers put some numbers on him real quick.
Well, I mean, like he said, Jeremiah's asset to our team is, his shooting. He can stretch the floor. Once he starts making shots from three, you can bank on, him hitting at a high clip and a high percentage of those shots going in. So, I mean, if he comes off the bench or if he comes in the game, if he can get going from three, that changes the dynamic of our team. It pumps energy into the team. And he has definitely been doing a lot better defensively and creating some plays, making some.
So he know how to do offense. You old enough to know World Lloyd Free.
Yeah. Jeremiah can shoot. These guys can score. So we need everybody to be aggressive in attack mode. Jeremiah's energy.
So he shoots that rock.
Yeah, when he's shooting the ball well, his level goes up, and then everybody else responds to that. So, like I said, any of these guys, if they can get from 10 to 20 points in a game, then that's the beauty of our team is at any point, any one of these guys can blow up and score, 20 points, for us every night. So it's difficult to stop one kid. We make that a point to make sure we have balance. And, when he's shooting the ball well, then, everybody else can feed off of that. And, that's big for our team.
How proud are you, Jeremiah, of your defensive prowess right now?
I'm actually pretty, I surprised myself with my defense. I didn't even know I could play defense that good. You just gotta just stay locked into the game, and it'll just guard.
I like what you said. Locked into the game. That's a key. If you're playing defense like this, hey coach, I wanted to ask all of them. They must be in shape.
Yeah, mandatory.
Yeah,
you gotta be in shape.
Well, hold it. I'm interviewing the high schoolers. A lot of kids are not in real shape because to play D and offense,
I think a lot of that falls on you. That falls on them personally, though. Like you should come into the basketball season in shape. Like that. If you really want to play basketball or sports in general, then you have to take that off-season time before that season starts, and you have to really get into conditioning. And at the end of the year, that plays a big part. I mean, whoever is the best conditioned team normally, can succeed the most because mentally, if you're not tired mentally, then you don't make a lot of mistakes and things like that. So we scaled the conditioning down because now either you're in shape or you're not. But during the season, the first half of the season, conditioning was a huge, huge part of our thing, and I think that's paying off for these guys.
Hey, so what do you plan? What's your future like outside of playing now? Where do you go from here?
I plan on attending Air Force after I graduate, and then go there, do my job. Then after that, just live my life. I want to be get in, do what I got to do.
What do you want to be?
I want to be a civil engineer. And the Air Force, Air Force give me the best opportunity to do that.
My little senior, she's talking about going in the Air Force. I'm like, beats being on the streets. You shouting out?
Shout out to the boys that's on this call. We started in middle school with this, and you got to go out with a bang this year.
Y'all doing it like that? Wu-Tang Clan. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going in on you. What's his name? Because he just got
Torin.
E on it, huh?
Torn Thomas.
Torin. Mr. Nelson. Oh, excuse my memory. Hey, Torin. Run. See, I don't think you've been on. Run.
No, yeah.
All right. Hey. Run your basketball career down from kindergarten. See, all other players, they gave props to the coaches and their low grades and the teams they played for up to where you get in Lincoln. Run it down.
Yeah, so I will start off when I was little. I've always played with my uncle. Actually, shout out to my uncle. I've always played with my uncle.
What's his name, man? Audience.
Cedric Townsend. I've always played for a basketball team of his, and I've been blessed to have my dad around throughout my young life. And
what's his name?
Rodney Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, baby boy shouting out at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he been around. He been around to help me and condition me through basketball and stuff, and just teach me a lot of things about basketball. He graduated from Central a while back.
Back in the day, he always talking that back in the day stuff to you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but he was there with the height of Central, so I mean he knew a lot about basketball. He had a good team. But heading on to middle school, I've been playing underneath my uncle. I'll play with the Greyhounds. Greyhounds not really a big team, but
right.
But they'll teach you some things for sure. But I was a guard, and I kind of had a main role. Didn't really score a lot, but I could distribute the ball. And as I transitioned to high school, I kind of got like stretched out a little bit, so I wasn't really a guard no more. But I had a stretch.
Give your physical measurements to the audience.
Right now I am 6'3" and 190.
All right.
But yeah, but now I'm kind of one of the bigger dudes on the team, so I had to adjust my game to playing down low. And
freshman, run your freshman season on down to this season.
Okay, my freshman season. Let me think. Ooh, man, I went by fast, man. Freshman year, I wasn't really showing out like that. I played freshman. I played for the freshman team as a freshman, so I ain't really had my skill set up to par. But as I moved to my sophomore year, I upgraded to JV, and that sophomore year is probably the season that I really progressed. Like that was when I started to realize my talents and stuff. And then it moved on to my junior year. I just kept getting better. I didn't really play that much at the varsity level my junior year, but I was still working on my game. I try not to let it affect me, but that took a toll on me mentally. And then as I
playing varsity,
yeah, not playing as much varsity time. But
talk to some young players that are going through what you're going through and where you're ending up and what they need to do to get over that mental. I'm on JV talk to them.
For sure. So one thing I had to learn, man, like if you don't believe in yourself, you can't expect nobody else to. You know what I'm saying? So like I know it, and it's very much easier said than done. But you really just gotta keep it in yourself, honestly, and just know that you got it. And just from my advice, take that shot, man. Just take that shot. If you think you should take it, man. For sure. But yeah, that's about it.
So your play this season, run that down to where you at right now. Your play.
Oh, okay.
And do you think that you played up to the expectations of your teammates and the coach?
I haven't played haven't played as my best game. I still haven't played my best game yet. But in the beginning of the season, I was doing decent. You know, I was contributing to the team, not as much as I could, but I was contributing. As of recently, I've been dealing with some back pains and some back injury. I have a bruised bone on my spinal cord and my L3, so that's my lower back. But I've pretty much been healing up from that, and right now I'm slowly getting my way back into the field.
What's the best part of your game?
Field of the game. Best part of my game. All right. I think I'm kind of balanced all the way out. Honestly, like I think I have a good balance of getting of all like aspects, but I think I could get to the basket. I think I can get to the basket. What'd you say?
What's the best part of his game, Coach?
You know, he's right. I mean, you know, if Torin's in attack mode and, you know, he's not settling for jump shots and things like that, Torin's a great athlete, and I think that he underestimates that a little bit. He's a lot better athlete than what he gives himself credit for. I mean, you know, he's got big hands. He can dunk the ball easily, but he just does sometimes he's, you know, not in that attack aggressive.
Need to be more aggressive.
He's trying to dominate. Like I've been trying to pump into him that he needs to go out and try to dominate people getting to the rim, because it's not a lot of people that can keep him from doing that. And then the rest of the shots, jump shots and stuff will come. But I mean, Torin, if Torin plays at a high level for this team, then this team is going to be really dangerous. I mean,
yeah, you win. Hold it. I keep hearing you. If they play,
I mean, he's an athletic kid. The other night he had 16 points, 9 rebounds. If we can get that out of Torin on a nightly basis, then we're going to be a difficult team to beat, because I mean, there's no way for a team to match up with all of these guys. Like, you know, you got to pick your poison. You try to take one guy out, and then if another guy responds like that, then you know it's dangerous. But for Torin, if he just locks in mentally and focuses and does what we need him to do and be aggressive like that, he can really help this team catapult to, you know, a Final Four or whatever, you know, is at stake. So, I mean, he's got that ability. We've been trying to pump into him that we believe that he has that next level that he can get to. And hopefully these next 2 games, that's what he brings to the table for us.
Are you shouting out, Torin?
Hey, shout out my boys that's in this call. We've been through it with since we was in middle school, but other than that, shout out my family for sure.
All right. Now I'm going in on my man, cause he got a little something out of us, and that's what he should be having on right now. Be having that on right now, bro. So run down your play, man, and where you at. The audience already know what's up with you because you was on the last show, but what I want to know now, big dog, where's your mindset on carrying the team?
I mean, my mindset for real is just like being aggressive, because if I'm not aggressive at all, I just won't be able to provide for the team. So it's just like get my mindset right before the game, taking care of my body throughout the day. Because it's like you can't come to the game and just show up and think you're gonna like provide like how you're supposed to if you're not preparing yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's
your
really
mind right.
I meditate a lot. I do a lot of yoga and listen to music.
How do you feel when you had that rip me off that hoodie? What was your mindset when you went into that game?
I felt
I don't want those mindsets no more. Coach do, but I don't.
Nah, I felt good. And very, very aggressive, wanting to win. Because I was like, we like all of us together, we all tired of losing, and I can tell. So it's like, if we don't want to lose, we just gotta be aggressive, play our part, and stuff like that. So yeah.
What kind of compliments you want to give EJ? Run that down.
So that boy just keep being a leader, playing defense the way you do, and keep providing for the team and
What you
being
got
vocal.
to say about Bedell?
Bedell, get the ankle right, box out, and just keep being aggressive. Keep
What you
wanting
got
to
to say
score too.
about Torin?
Torin, be aggressive, always stay in the right state of mind, and want to score the ball. Be aggressive, like I said.
All right. What's happening with Jeremiah?
Jeremiah, shoot that thing.
Oh,
Shoot that
Yes,
thing!
sir.
I love it. I love it. You my man. You my man. On this other note, fellas, you are student athletes, and I think all of y'all recognize the importance of your education. You're at Lincoln, so I know that. And Cascade Sports is wishing you the best. I think I might have said this 5 million times. I started this little funky company at Lincoln Prep, and that was in '08. And now we have one of the largest media companies, not just in sports, Black owned. And the things that you want to reach for, they've prepared you. And from the academic and from the athletic side. And so all I can say, we wish you the best. And are you shouting out Jefferson?
Shout out to my boys on the call. Shout out to the rest of the team. And special shout out to Coach Glasgow, Coach Tommy, and Coach Williams. Thank you.
Hey, before we getting off mentioning Tommy, hey, EJ, what's the deal with Tommy? How has he affected Coach? How has he affected you?
Actually, he made me a better man overall. All three of the coaches, because we used to bump heads a lot. I don't know if you know the history behind it, but we used to bump heads a lot, me and Tommy individually. And I run to the other coaches for help in times like that when we would bump heads and stuff. But then as I was getting older, I just realized he just wanted better for myself, and he wanted to better me as a man when I stepped out in the real world.
All right. Hey, Bedell, what you got to say about Coach Tommy?
Man, I believe he's a great coach. He just wants to see us get better. He wants to see us develop our skills. He wants us to be the best people we can be.
I told you I started the company there. Tommy was playing then. He was at Lincoln. Hey, Jeremiah, what you got to say that he's done for you and how you view him?
Very beneficial to me and my game. I'm not about to say every time we gotten along, but the younger you get, the younger you are to the older you get, but you just get more wisdom and pick up stuff from older people. And now, to me, he like an older brother to me. Is he'll mess with you, joke around with you, but when he's being serious and you need to listen and learn from him. But yeah, appreciate Coach Tommy.
All right, Torin, run it down.
Yeah, Coach Tommy. I ain't never really been the type to have some big conflict with coaches, but mentally, it was tough. Mentally,
We come at you.
Mentally I'll bump heads with him, but it only made me want to perform better so I can prove them wrong. That go for all the coaches. If I didn't agree with them, it only made me want to do more, So
I want to close this out, but I can't close it out because y'all meant 3 coaches. I can't do just Coach Tommy. Who was the other coach?
Coach Wayne.
Coach Williams.
Run it down. You, EJ.
Coach Williams, we got a good relationship. It's just he's more the quiet coach. He's cool and stuff. We learn a lot of stuff from him. He teach you a lot of stuff, but he more on the quiet side. I say if we doing bad in the game or a stretch of a game or something, Coach G just going crazy or something because we doing bad. Coach Williams is that peacemaker after the situation, try to bring us back down, recuperate, and just keep us tied in.
All right, Bedell.
Yeah, I got a great relationship with Coach Williams. Sophomore year, back when he was the head coach, because he lives pretty close to me. So one time I went for a ride with him just to practice. It was just cool though, because like he was like really the first coach to let me know, like like he told me what he could see I was capable of, like with basketball. Yeah, and it's great. He's a really cool dude. He's very chill. I mean, he's going to get on your case if you're not performing right, but otherwise, he's a very relaxed dude.
Hey, Jeremiah, run it down.
Pretty much like the rest of them said, I've never seen him go too high. I've never seen him go too low. He's just an even kill dude. Yeah. The coaches all balance each other out. Like especially Coach Williams is like EJ said, like if one of the coaches is all the way up, and after that, like he'll just like the coach, he more optimistic, like always look on like the positive side. Like we might be losing this, but then it's like it's only a 2-possession game, get a stop score, and we back in the game. But yeah, appreciate Coach Williams.
Torin?
Yeah, for sure. I think like Jeremiah said, I think Coach Williams throwing him in the mix, it throws that it gives that balance off. So like we gotta balance off with all the coaches. So I appreciate all that. Personally, me and Coach Williams have talks all the time. He tells me about how he sees my potential and all that. But yeah, for sure, I appreciate Coach Williams.
All right, we're gonna end this on Coach Glasgow. Go ahead, EJ.
Me and Coach Glasgow, we got a good relationship. Since the year they came to our school, that was my coach, because I wasn't able to play varsity when I first transferred back to Lincoln because of transfer rules. So that was my coach at the time. And we always had a good relationship from the beginning when they came.
What you learned? All of y'all, what you learned from Glasgow?
Yeah, I was gonna get there. You ain't let me get there yet. But yeah, as the years went up, we bumped heads plenty of times. But the lesson I learned in all the times bumping heads is speak what you think. Don't speak on emotions. Speak what you think. Don't let stuff go over your head, and be a man of your word if you're gonna do something. And that's what he had taught me through this game of basketball, being my coach over these past couple of years.
Bedell?
Yes, sir. Coach Glasgow, I mean, he's pushed me so much more than like I've ever been pushed, basketball wise and just school wise, just basically just in life, he's been pushing me. I mean, ever since sophomore year, he's told me what I'm capable of. He's told me that I can do more. I can continue to produce. And I think it's overall made me a better person.
The only thing I remember about Coach Glasgow and you had a hell of a game. At least I thought you had a hell of a game. This is when I would come to the games. I said, Glasgow, let me do Bedell. He sent you into the locker room. And no, he didn't play up to my expectations or something he said. I was like, damn, he the taskmaster. I thought you had turned the whole gym out. He was like, nope, you go to the gym. And he brought his guard and somebody else. But that game, you had a real good game to me. But coach was like, nope, I don't know what you seen, but he did not perform the way I wanted him to. And then I said, I knew that he had taken interest in you because you had what I thought was a good game, but he knew you could play much better, just like with Jefferson. All right, Jeremiah.
Coach G, that's my guy. Is my guy. I think I can speak for all of us when I say he said when he first came in, the bar for us five, like we got set really high as to expectations, and he pushed us, I believe, to all reach get to the top, like whatever.
What did y'all think when he went into? I know he had to go into his draconian Ball and chain. Y'all better get this together. When he went into those modes, what was you?
It just you got to do it. Like at that point in time, we was all sophomores. By then, like we had like that was coming from like ninth grade to being a sophomore. But that's really not that far of a gap from the 8th grade year to your freshman year to your sophomore year. So we was still all fresh playing together. So it's not like we was losing. What we lose that year, like 2 games, maybe 3.
Yeah,
But, some of the games that we won, like you think we'd lose the game the way Coach G was coming at it.
That's what I know.
Like, you just gotta get back in the gym and get better. Like, and I feel
I
like
won 100 games and he lost one and he be going off.
Yeah, it's bigger. Like the way he coaches bigger than basketball, because eventually the ball gonna stop, and you can't just sit and you can't get complacent. That's really like, if anything I've learned from the years with Coach G and all the coaches being there, you can't get complacent with nothing that you do, because eventually something gonna stop you, something gonna prevent you from doing that. It's just like adversity. That's what it is. That's what life is about, is adversity and what you do on the back of it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Torin, run it down on Coach G. Never heard nobody call him Coach G, but
hey. It's Coach G. Ain't no Coach Glasgow. That's Coach G. Yeah. I mean, have him as a coach since my sophomore year, honestly taught me how to, go through adversity. Like it was more than just basketball. So like just with life, like I just gotta keep pushing. And I appreciate that he was there, able to show me how to, go through that. But with Coach G, man, I appreciate you, man, for sure.
All right, big man, your turn.
All right, so Coach G, overall, he like changed me as a man, because like they said, it's like the adversity and going through life. And it's like me before, like if I would like hit a wall, I'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna get through it, so I'm gonna just give up. But like dealing with Coach G and like him talking to us as men and not as just players, is like he taught us how to, get over humps and keep fighting until you get what you want.
I tell you this, out of all 4 of y'all that's on this call, I think he did the most for you, and I don't even know, in changing your mindset and how you see yourself and all of that. Just because y'all have come on enough and have had conversations, not that he didn't impact the rest of y'all, but I think he impacted Jefferson way more than he impacted y'all. And that's going to carry you the rest of your life, young man. Hey, Coach, in closing, what do you have to say?
Hey, man, I mean, we getting ready. We're getting ready to defend our title. These guys have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this Lincoln program. But when we got here, this program wasn't winning, and these guys are the ones.
I know.
Culture. They changed the culture of Lincoln Prep, and that's something they'll be able to be proud of for the rest of their life. We got a chance to win a Class 4 and a Class 5 district championship here in the next couple of weeks. So, I mean, I love these guys. I'm proud of them. Let's go get another.
All right, fellas. As we say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.